Not only was Spider-Man No Way Home a nostalgic treat for fans around the world, it also opened the idea up of the multiverse like never before, bringing in all three Spider-Men, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. There was so much talk about after the movie, but what about during filming? Don't worry, because we've got all the deets on behind-the-scenes moments and facts you didn't know right here. Honestly, we don't know how Spider-Man swings from one place to another without feeling nauseous. You'd expect Zendaya to feel the same way too, but she actually loved being put into a harness 50 feet above the ground. On her first day as Mary Jane, she had to film Spidey's signature mode of transport, which was pretty cool. Zendaya was also asked to stand on a cherry picker while it carried Tom Holland and her to a pretty terrifying height and jump right off. Kudos to MJ for making sure her expressions portrayed how much she didn't want to be in there and would rather be walking amidst the crazy crowd than in the air. It must be quite a feeling wearing the suit that defined your career after almost a decade and a half. Speaking more about it, Maguire definitely termed it a challenge at first. He also did think it gets easier with time, as the more you wear the costume, the more comfortable you get with it. The original Spider-Man had trouble processing everything even while he was shooting the actual film. Despite the fact that it had been nearly 15 years since Maguire's previous appearance in the suit, he found it surprisingly easy to get back into it. And aren't we glad for it?
Hello. I hope it's okay. I just came through this,
This isn't to say that the suits were physically easy to get into, though. It's a long process, often leading to chafing and being uncomfortable throughout the shoot. The costume and design technology might have advanced, but talcum powder is still the #1 go-to for these web hands. One of the coolest scenes in the whole movie is when all three Spider-Men land on the Statue of Liberty, each striking the land in his signature style, ready to fight bad guys. I mean, fans couldn't ask for more. But don't be fooled, getting this iconic shot right away wasn't easy at all. Tom Holland spoke about his difficulty shooting this scene, as there was no visibility in the fake statue made for a tricky landing pad. The Spidey suit doesn't really allow for clear vision, so knowing where to jump and land on the uneven crown of the statue is pretty hit or miss.
I want to tell you that I really don't know how to say this.
Holland has also had another burden on his back, making his Spider-Man stand out. When you're sharing a scene with two of the most prominent actors in the MCU, it can be a little tough to find your place. But the fight choreographer laid these fears to rest, as each suited hero had his own unique fighting style. Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Hands down, one of the most powerful and terrifying performances in any Marvel movie ever. William Defoe channeled his Green Goblin to the core, giving us one of the best performances in the entire movie. In one such scene where Tom Holland's Peter Parker is landing one punch after the next on Norman, Defoe even lets out the most insane cackle. Not only did it send shivers down our back, but the crew weren't immune to it either. George Kittel, the stunt coordinator for No Way Home, said the entire crew on set got goosebumps after the cackle. We don't know whether the wicked laugh was planned or an improv, but it set the tone for the remainder of the story arc.
Every time he's in control, I can't remember. And now I'm here in this place.
Holland himself couldn't help but call the scene scary right after the director called a cut. Especially in an emotional scene with Aunt May, you truly see how in control William Defoe is of the entire scene. Some might even say he steals every scene he's in. Even Alfred Molina, who plays Dr. Octavius, had to give the spookiest performance call out to Defoe. There's just no two ways about it. This video has a lot of William Defoe praising, and can you really blame us? The 66-year-old actor actually was adamant on doing all his action scenes himself. Before he joined the cast, he specifically asked to do as many heavy action scenes as he could, and not rely on a stunt double. Even at 60+, the talented Green Goblin actor matched the fast pace and youthfulness of Holland in every matchup they had.
Hiding in the shadows.
George Kittel also had only praises for Defoe's remarkable physicality and good shape, and that's why he was supportive of him doing his own stunts as much as possible. A small footage of Charlie Cox's cameo as Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, has been leaked online. Cox's character is shown seated next to Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan in a modern conference room, most likely discussing Peter's case for only 3 seconds.
How did you just do that?
I'm a really good lawyer.
Behind them, the film's director, John Watts, can be seen working on a sequel that didn't make the final cut. Charlie Cox's participation in Spider-Man No Way Home had been long reported, even before the film's release. As pleased as fans were to see Daredevil again, it was only for a single quick scene, and only with his Matt Murdock's character. Seeing this new 3-second clip is sure to spark people's interest in all of the surprises hidden within the special features. There was even rumors of courtroom sequences being filmed, which many fans are expecting to see included in the final extra features. The hype is real, especially considering that Cox plans to play a bigger part in the MCU. We're sure to be seeing much more from him in upcoming projects. Hopefully, the extended version of this deleted scene starring Cox and Faribault will live up to the expectations of fans. It's one thing to keep the storyline under wrap, but 2 whole human beings? That was a tall order, one that Marvel handled brilliantly. However, the cat almost got out of the bag when one of the Spideys had to go to the doctor, getting a minor injury on set. One actor had to visit the doctor who took a selfie with Spidey. We don't exactly know which web head it was or what MCU had to do to keep the doctor quiet and not post the selfie, but that was a pretty close call. The small mercenaries, Tom Holland didn't once again ruin his own movie by giving spoilers. Poor guy must have had a lot of practice keeping secrets by now. Arguably, No Way Home features the most impressive fight scenes of Holland's career so far. If you're eager to see how the movie has been ranking so well, the special features have got you covered. They included plenty of footage of fight choreographers rehearsing the scenes before CGI and how the actors fit into the whole ordeal. Fans get particularly long looks at the violent apartment fight and the climactic final Goblin showdown.
Your weakness, Peter, is morality.
Jackson Spidell, the film's fight coordinator, spoke about how the fights in Happy's condo were the most exciting and fun to do. This was because the main goal was to just thrash the whole building. The 3 heroes not only had brilliant chemistry on screen, they had a lot of behind the scenes too. The Spidey Bros hugged and posed for pictures and even recreated that hilarious Spider-Man meme. The moment's too short to tell, but Maguire may have even reacted his iconic dance from Spider-Man 3. Fans also get to see Garfield and Holland strike a classic prom pose, as well as Maguire get down in his suit. But undoubtedly the most endearing moment is when they spoke about the session, mentioning how they had a little cuddle and did a little dance. It was bound to be cathartic, just goofing around on set with people who had been in your exact shoes or suit. Maybe they're this giddy because they don't have to lie on camera about how they're not in the new Spider-Man. Well, it is in character for Spider-Man to keep his identity hidden, so perhaps it was all part of the plan for our friendly neighborhood superheroes. That's a wrap for this video. Which behind-the-scene moment surprised you the most? And is there any that we might have missed? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!